Hello YouTube, it's me once again coming straight from Indiehackers. I was posting about pricing pages and I've asked the community to let me know, hey, what's your pricing paging looking like and do you want some feedback about it? One thing that I've done recently is I've written a blog post on my blog about how to create a solid pricing page, and I talk about personas, how to create your plans, what are the things and design elements that you want to add to the pricing page to make it a little bit easier for your users to sign up to a price to one of your paid pricing plans for your product, and ultimately a little bit of do's and don'ts around things like localization, details, comparison table, etc., etc. So I will drop the link of this blog in the description of this video, but today we're going to jump straight into this abtesting.ai product, and then I have a second one that I will review after that's just a design for a pricing page. And I want to give you a little bit of feedback about what I think it's good and what isn't good about each. So, without further ado, let's jump and look at abtesting.ai. So, first of all, let's have a look at what abtesting.ai does. It's an optimize your landing page for conversion using AI. So it's a tool that uses AI that will automatically, hopefully, optimize your landing page without having to do any manual work, as the H2 says. It's a pretty good looking landing page. It's definitely been designed to inspire and, convert. It's got, all the typical stuff, features and imageries, and it's animated. There are social proof, some examples of what it can work with, and finally, there is how it works, the call to actions. Probably there's missing a lead magnet here, but let's go to the top of the page and jump into the pricing page. So what I like about this pricing page is the things that I like the most. Let's start with that. So there's one, two, three, and four pricing tiers, with one being free, which is great because a lot of people will want to start and explore the product without having to put their credit card um, details on their account. And I like that it says here no credit card required. So not only it's free, you don't even have to put your card down, so you won't be incurring those recurring renewal costs that a lot of people, shady websites do, where you start as a $0 40-day trial, 14-day trial, sorry, and then it starts charging you a certain amount of money every month. So no credit card, very nice, free. It's got a little logo, it's very cute. And then the features here are listed: unlimited, one experiment, AI generated, GA integration. And there's a number, that reminds you that it's free. What else is in here? There's a almost like an asterisk here. Obviously, the first experiment ends when it reaches statistical insignificance for the AI to keep iterating. Okay, so it's basically giving you some insight about how the experiment works, which is a way to explain what one experiment means. A lot of other companies, what they do, and that's what I would suggest to do here, is to have like a little question mark icon, and as you hover with your mouse, it basically tells you what experiment means, right? What is this feature that you talk about? Because not everybody might be familiar with the experiment and the definition of experiment. So that's something that I would consider improving on. From this design perspective, something that I really, really don't like, unfortunately, is this animation. It makes me not feel like this is, it's not, it's basically removing my focus, my attention. I keep like playing around with it, and it would be easier if it was just like static, still having four of these, but like static. And if you really want to nudge something, maybe nudge the button, but don't nudge the whole thing. Even better, you could nudge the little, mascot for the pricing tier, but don't nudge the whole thing. It's very confusing, or rather distracting. and you want to make this website, this page for your website, extremely smooth, right? Because that's where people go and sign up, and they pay ideally for things. Another thing that's kind of missing here from this pricing page, and I will reload it just in case, is there's no testimonials, no social proof. There is so like testimonials, social proof. These things are definitely missing, and basically those things help you when they let you have your audience be in the shoes, right? Like it's that feeling that you are like another company, you're in the shoes of another person in the company, for example, director of marketing, right, at company XYZ, and they're like, oh, since we've been using abtesting.ai, we've had, great success and reduced our time working on A/B testing by X percentage or whatever. Those testimonials remove things like anxiety, like purchase anxiety. They also remove things that are related to the fact that like, is this product real or not, right? Another kind of anxiety about that people, the humans, or always like kind of like have doubts, right? Like that's the key word. They remove doubts from the purchasing decision. Other thing that I think it's missing from your landing page, your pricing page, is you don't have a compare table. So if I want to compare every single tier here, I feel that this is kind of missing out. It would be very useful to have comparison between what I get as a starter, professional, business, and maybe even free, so that I can see how I can evolve over time in terms of features and what each feature actually is. So you can add a little bit more details, etc., etc. Why I say that, it's because yes, you did write the few features here, but usually that is something that helps the buyer reaffirm the fact that they want to buy a certain package when they can see all the features side by side with like nice check marks about saying, yep, this is one of the features that you'll be getting, this is not. It's got just like a visual aid to reinforcing features, if that makes sense. Another thing that I think you're missing out on this page, it's not having a highlighted plan. Maybe starter or professional is a good start, something like recommended. um, the reason why I say that, it's because it's just another visual aid that will help people make a better informed decision as to where they should start to get most results with this product. Because let's talk about product for a second. If your product fails to impress because you've given them the wrong, so to speak, startup point, then you will not be able to convert people into paying customers. I can also see that you have the call to action being the same for every single tier. I wonder if that is something that you mistakenly did. Basically, what I'm trying to say is that maybe this is not sign up for free. This is a start your trial for free, right? Sign up for free here again doesn't make sense. While here it does make sense because this is a forever free plan. So kind of these are kind of like initial thoughts about your landing page. There are definitely other things that you could improve, just like looking at your chat bubble here. You could have like a specific chat bubble question about pricing. You could have some kind of like case studies down here that are further adding to your social proof, etc., etc. There's definitely more that you can do, but I think with the things that I've said, you could definitely spend a week to work on those things and then maybe resubmit it, and I can take a second look. Now, I wanted to take a look at the second landing page that was submitted in the thread that I posted on Indiehackers, and this one is not interactive. This is just like a design. So let's quickly analyze what's wrong and what's not. I mean, what's right and what's wrong about this. So let's start with conversion crimes. I have no idea what the website does. Again, this is a design, so I don't know what the product does, but I can probably figure it out as I read it. So it's like having a full-time UX specialist on our team. So this is a quote. It adds for like some kind of social proof. What I would do here, I would add a link to who this person is from Findaband, if that's even a real company. Sorry, I don't know much about it, so I assume it's probably like placeholder. If it's not placeholder, I mean, either case, you should have a link to the quote or the testimonial or the social media profile of this person. That would help a lot with like making this quote feel a bit more like real, right? You have three tiers: business, agency, and on demand. What I don't understand is how do these three tiers, okay, it's okay, now I get it. I can click on them because this is a design. I assume that you will have hover states for these buttons so that I can basically change tier and be aware that these are three different tiers. Now the question is, why do you have two pricing for each tier? Business, done with you, done for you. Okay, so this is kind of like self-serve and this is like a fully, all right, so yeah, that makes sense. Sign up, tell us about your goal, and we'll set you up. Sign up, tell us about your goal, we'll set you up. One test, usability, so custom, These are the features. I like these little icons that show you what each feature is, done with you and done for you. Okay, there's a pricing. Which one is the recommended one? So, would you rather recommend having done it with you, or do you recommend starting, with this one? Get started, get started. These call to actions are very similar. You could probably just have one call to action and then make it so that people select first what pricing they want, and then they just have one big, get started call to action. Because either way, what you want to do is you want to capture their email address and credit card. Because if they're willing to purchase either this one or this one, those two information data points are extremely important. Okay, next you have not sure which plan is right for you, let's chat. So this is pretty nice. I assume this will pop out in the live version, some kind of pop over chat, the typical intercom thing where you will be asking a question about, hey, we can talk you through this, let's arrange a 15-minute call, or let's just chat about it to figure out if you should start with this one or that one. Something that I think would really improve the conversion of this pricing page is if you had some kind of like almost like a profile of when you select either the left or the right, it tells you this plan is for people who are such and such. For example, like this one could be, the freelancer, the person who's like a solo founder who knows a lot about technology, etc., or it could be for someone else. While this one here, you could have a profile that says like this plan is for the person who has no time and rather wants to see quicker results and has a higher budget for whatever reason, etc., etc. I think adding that extra layer of information would definitely help a lot with having a conversion on this page. Next, there's a section you could be running your business with blinders on. Now, I like this sentence, but I don't really know what you're referring to, right? Because this is basically an A/B testing, right? Sorry, an UX specialist. So it's like you could be running your business with your blinders on. Okay, so because you're almost like an on-demand UX specialist, what exactly? How do you relate this sentence to what you're selling? And now here you have some placeholders. I can see if you're either an e-commerce, a SaaS or an app person, a lead gen, you have a lead gen business, or you maybe have a website that sells membership. So basically, if I understand this right, these are almost like templates that you can launch at any time, and they're pre-configured to work with each of these verticals. This is pretty smart. I don't know if this should be on your pricing page. Probably Probably yes, probably not. I think I would have a page dedicated just to that called templates, and then I would do kind of like a soft link from the pricing page where you would have, like, hey, are you in one of these verticals? Click here, and we'll take you to the template page to get you started. And then each template has probably more information to like sell the product better. FAQs, very important, always have them. If you have questions that people ask all the time that you've gathered by talking with your customers, then definitely have an FAQ. More importantly, there's no footer nor information about the pricing, like the guarantee, like will you get your money back, if is there anything that ensures the smooth transition from like, okay, I'm paying this much a month, but I'm getting zero results, so therefore can I get my money back, especially when you have to do it yourself, right? Like I could totally see offering some kind of like money back guarantee. If you're not happy, we'll give you the money back. So yeah, I think that's enough feedback for this page, and I hope this was helpful enough. And if it was, well, then guess what? You can subscribe, it's free, and it really, really helps me. Thank you.